Saints go marching in. Oh, when the Saints go marching in.
By many accounts, one of the most underrated home venues in all of the NFL resides in the heart of Nashville, Tennessee, and that's where we find ourselves at Nissan Stadium. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here, as it'll be the New Orleans Saints taking on the Tennessee Titans. On the visiting. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 29-yard line.
They'll go again with Benson. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
The penalties don't usually hurt as much as that one does. That is a monster gain wiped out by the flag.
And you and I both know that an offense only gets a couple of those big moments in a normal game. You've got to take advantage of them. When you give one away because of an avoidable penalty, that's a major disadvantage. Just steals away every bit of momentum you just generated with that play.
That's good for the Saints.
On 1st down, it's Benson. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. The numbers for Benson in last week's ball game. 8 carries, 51 yards, and a touchdown.
Not a horrendous week last week running the ball, but definitely room for improvement for their numbers. No doubt, they made some slight adjustments to how they're going to call plays this week in hopes they can kick those numbers up a notch.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And a big gain that time. He's out of bounds on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Saints with a football here to begin quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Here comes Benson on the toss right. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now a timeout here, at least for the moment. Looks like one of the Saints is injured, shaken up on that last play. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. He finds his man, complete. It's Curtis. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And 3rd and 8 now. They'll look to throw here. Over the middle, it's complete. And the Saints are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
They're going to look to throw. That is caught by Olave. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Saints are an extra point away from evening this one up. Well, down here, I thought they were going to hand that off. Instead, a well-designed play and the pitch and catch for the touchdown.
And I wonder who came up with it. Was it a call from the bench? Did the quarterback have a good idea and suggest it?
Their quarterback leading this offense back out. He had the short touchdown pass on their previous drive, and they'll begin again here on 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He finds his man, complete. That's Curtis. They'll go for a gain of 7, and it's 2nd down. Now back to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Oh, man, it's caught inside the 10. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 56 yards. Back to throw. Now a run here off the RPO, and he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Saints are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. He's up to 11 rushing touchdowns now on the season after scoring on the ground on that previous drive. That is an impressive number for a quarterback. 1st and 10 here. They'll start on the ground with Benson. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. He finds his man, complete. That's Curtis. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
That's good for a Saints first down. A gain of 19 yards.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
2nd down and inches. He finds his man, complete. That's Curtis. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 32-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Back to throw again. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. 2nd down and a little more than a yard here.
The Titans' 23-yard line.
They run over center to Benson. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
That's another Saints first down.
He'll look to throw. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. It's Deonte Banks with it. And the Titans are going to take over at their own 2-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
So here are the Titans backed up to start this drive. They're led out by the former number 1 overall pick from the University of Miami. It's Cam Ward.
And last week's loss came despite a clean game on his end, throwing the ball with 2 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. His job this week is simple.
Again comes the captain of this offense, leading his crew back out there now. And the interception that ended their previous drive, that might be one we look back on and say that was the turning point of this game.
Hey, partner, guess what? There's still time for a few more turning points in this ball game. They're only 1 score now.
Yeah, true. I mean, we could have some twists and turns. Stay tuned. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 29-yard line.
He'll look back to throw. And his throw here is going to be incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. So all eyes on the Saints offense. Down 24-14. A minute 7 remaining. They'll need a score here and also likely an onside kick recovery, but first things first. 1st and 10. Now he's going to step up and run.
Fast, slow, it doesn't matter. If you give a quarterback enough room to escape, he can hit you for a big gain. You've got to give him a little more focus moving forward.
And they're out of timeouts, remember, so this is going to have to be a delay. Of course, that flag accepted, and it backs the ball up 5 yards. Penalties not what they needed here. 1st and 15. Back to throw here. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
Well, it's pretty difficult to sum it up offense in a 2-minute drill when your guys have struggled to put points on the board all afternoon. There's an incompletion right there.
A give up the middle with Benson. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. So this one, a Tennessee Titan victory. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
The Saints game.
Oh, when the saints go marching in. Oh, when the saints go marching in.
And now, here are your 2031 New Orleans Saints.
Leading the visiting sideline, as always, their head coach. His side would be happy to continue this recent stretch, winners of 5 of their last 7. On the opposing sideline, that's the Saints head coach. His guys no doubt happy to be back home after they took the loss on the road last week. Back to throw on 1st and 10. Brought in right side. And he takes this up to the 34-yard line. That's a gain of 4 on the play. I'm not going to call this a must-score drive here in this first quarter, Brock, but when your opponents start the game with 6, it feels like you need some sort of answer.
You need a response, right? You need a response. You don't need all these home runs or big highlights. You just need to keep matriculating that ball down the field.
On the ground, this is Trey Benson. They call it 1, maybe 2 yards at the end, Brock. It's 3rd down.
37-yard line. It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Back to throw. It's complete. This is Olave. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. An even 10-yard gain on the play. And that's good for a Saints first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
They give up the gut to Benson. And he's able to get it past midfield and down into the Jet side. Pickup of 8 on the run. And that sets up 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 45-yard line.
Benson once more. And his short game gets them a new set of downs.
Hey, Kate, you want to see a picture in the football dictionary of staying on schedule?
That's good.
That was it.
Saints.
First down, and they go right back to it. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards. We've hit the end of one in this showdown between 2 of the league's best. 7-0 is our score. Back to the Superdome of Caesar in just a bit. We're back for the second quarter. Saints in possession of the football. They'll have second down as they look to continue this good drive. That one's complete over the middle. And they get this down to the 28. It's a gain of 12 on that one. And that's good for a new set of downs for New Orleans.
At the 28-yard line.
He'll look to throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
To the ground and incomplete.
Second and 10, still at the 28.
It leads to second and 10.
Throwing now off the play action. Brought in close to the 8. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints finish off their opening drive. And with that score, he's reached a benchmark he's long had his eye on. 30 touchdowns in one season. And he's going to come away pleased with how well he has played to put up that kind of number this year. The Saints and their quarterback ready to take over once again. And I'm pretty sure, Brock, they hadn't even all sat down on that sideline yet to rest. And now they're right back out there with a great chance to repeat their last touchdown.
And you will take that every day of the week and twice on Sundays. You don't mind at all. You got that defense right now reeling after the touchdown. And look at where they start with the football now.
Ready, set.
Benson on 1st and 10. And he'll be stopped after just about a yard. 2nd and 9 coming up.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on 2nd down. After that drive starts, it's a very minimal gain.
They give on 2nd to Benson. It's a nice chunk. Looks like about 5. It's going to be 3rd down.
Tackle made at the 16-yard line. That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Now he'll throw off the play fake. Getting out to his left. So this one on the defense. Well, the pass interference might have prevented the touchdown there, but it gives this offense the yards and a great chance to punch it in anyway. Benson is across the line for the New Orleans touchdown. The Saints parlay the interception into points. Trey Benson, the touchdown. The Saints are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And at the pace he's begun the game throwing the football, Brock, he is in line for a special type of performance if they need to keep throwing it until the end. They'll begin this drive with Benson. And some excellent work to drive them all the way up past the 30-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down. New set of downs for them from the 31.
1st and 10 at the 31.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And he stopped after ripping off an 8-yard chunk with 2nd down.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line. A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
So 2 minutes still to play in this first half, partner. Saints holding the lead inside of the Superdome. Just a yard left to go on 2nd down. Back to throw now. Connects on the crosser. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the 1st.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Back to throw. Getting Olave on the slant. Escapes the defender. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the 1st.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
New set of downs from the 37. Back to pass on 1st and 10. Flushed out now to his left. And that was just a little bit too low to be brought in. First time this game they've looked to him. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Throwing it again here. He splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. Offense is set. 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
From the red zone now. And that one falls incomplete. So it would have been a great catch. Still was a great effort. That brings up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Sticking to the air here. Here's a screen to Benson. And he's brought down after a short gain.
It may not look like much on the stat sheet, but this is kind of good on good. An offense gets completion, not going backwards. And the defense, well, they rallied, they pursued, and kept that screen to a minimal gain.
All right, they need 7 here on 3rd down on what is the 9th play of this drive.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
To the air on 3rd and long. He makes the catch, but is hit before he can get that first down. They say he's maybe a yard short. The Jets take their first time out. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
It's now 4th down and 1.
The Saints ready for their next series, led out on offense by their quarterback. And they really leaned on that passing game in the first half, Brock. Let's see if that emphasis continues to start the third.
Ready? Here we go, set. Cougar 19.
Third quarter underway. Here's Benson. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
Job one of so many D tackles in this league is eat up space. Don't get moved off your spot. But the difference makers, they just not only eat the space, they eat those runners too.
Finds him on the crossing route. And they've got to him just a step or two before he can reach the 40 as he's sent out.
And the Saints, first down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
First down from the 42. Now a give. It's Benson headed right. Not the way to begin a new set of downs, Brock, as they drop him behind the line.
He was taken down.
Offense to the line for second down.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up second.
Pass play now. Bails out of the pocket quick. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete. Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on third down.
Let's go.
3rd and long. They're going to throw. Goes right downfield to Olave. Tackle made at the 10. 1st and goal coming up. Ooh, after that play, we can tell he's hurting. He's someone they need to help their playoff hopes. Training staff working on him now. Breaking the huddle. Here's 1st and goal. Working inside the red zone. Finding Olave, back-to-back plays. And they'll head out of bounds after a short gain. Ball placed at the 7. It's 2nd and goal. He's going to throw it again. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints grow the lead coming out of halftime. The Saints headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. They are in great shape here as we wind down this third quarter. They've got a 3-score lead. Another that could put this just too far out of reach. Back now, pressure coming. Has him on the quick hitter. He's going to be brought down right at the 35. Gain 15 there. And that's good for a Saints first down.
You know, they really love that drag route because he's one of those guys that can count on not only to make the catch, but create after the catch. If they don't close on him quickly, he can add a lot of yards because someone tracks him down.
The stop is made as he drives this to the opposing 43.
Saints, first down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
To the line and set. Here we go, first down.
Let's go now.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And all he can get is 1 yard. Ran that right into the defensive front. Now after that play, we've got somebody shaken up, and you don't want to see serious injury in the midst of their playoff push. He's being looked at here. Back to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that sack may change the next play call as it sends them backwards ahead of third down. All right, we've reached the final quarter of Monday Night Primetime. It's the Saints up by multiple scores, and they've got the football. This is a tough spot to be in. It's 3rd and very long. 3rd and long for him here. Caught quickly on the slant. Down to the 10. He's all the way home. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints keep at it.
there's a reason that that slant route has been in playbooks, I don't know, since football began. Because if you hit that receiver on the run, on target, on time, big plays can follow.
The Saints are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And they're already up by 2 scores, Brock, but another one here would really put this one out of reach.
Here we go, set. 70 Lion. Check go.
Drive play straight ahead. And they'll surrender just a lone yard. That brings up second down.
He's brought down.
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now second down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3-and-out.
They'll go play action. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
A loss of 5 on the play. It's now 3rd and 13.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. Complete out to the right side. And he's going to take this down to the opposing 44. What a play on 3rd and 13, and this drive will indeed continue.
At the 44-yard line.
That's just awesome, Kate. A little bit of multitasking on that catch. Primary focus, as I always say, is you got to catch it first. But out of the corner of his eye, he knew exactly where to go, and he gets a bunch of yak on top of it.
On first down, they'll run. He's only able to get back to the line. It's going to be second down. And we'll pause here for an injured Saints player. Looks like he's pretty shaken up. They'll get someone out to look at him. Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Back to the well again. And hopefully a bit of a wake-up for their ground game. It's a solid pickup there on the play. So now here's 3rd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Setting up to throw. Escapes the pocket. Complete beyond the marker. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped. We'll get a stoppage here. Looks like there's a Jet in some discomfort following that play.
Here we go. 60 Bison.
They'll run here on first down. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints have likely locked up the win right there. He broke the tackle he needed to, Brock. And how about that effort there to keep it going and eventually reach that end zone?
Yeah, that's awesome on the offensive side. Defensively, not every missed tackle is the same. It may be on the stat sheet, but sometimes that help finish a play isn't arriving quick enough, and you're the only one. The last line of defense. And in that moment, you got to scratch, you got to claw, you got to tear to make the stop. Because a broken tackle, it can mean a touchdown.
Saints ready for their next series. Let out on offense by their quarterback. And he'll be happy to keep letting it fly as much as he has all game. Look at these numbers. They show just how effective he's been in captaining this offense. Here's the long back on the handoff. And he's brought down by a collective effort there. Only 1 yard on the carry. So that brings us to the 2-minute warning in New Orleans. Saints getting closer to their 10th win of the season. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
60 Eagles.
Here's a throw. Short pass brought in. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on a throw, that's a go-to route to target.
Looking to throw on third. It is Kupp, left side. And he is well clear of that marker. That effort's going to set them up with a first and goal.
That's good for a Saints first down. First and goal at the 5-yard line.
They're going to pass it here. Escapes out to the left. He will score. It's a New Orleans touchdown. The Saints put up even more points in a win.
Okay, we know you can do it in different ways in today's NFL at quarterback. Some with the brains, the processing, that anticipation and accuracy. Some could do it with their improv skills to create a play when everything breaks down, and he just put on a show.
The Saints headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. They can run this clock out and head out of here with a win, even with 2 timeouts remaining defensively. Oh, Brock, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. Catch made over the middle. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. So it's a win for the Saints. And we didn't need to reach the closing stages of the game for this one to be over. They had things decided and fans heading for those exits well before the clock reached zeros here in the 4th.